Powerful film exposing the worldwide fight against child trafficking has grossed over $11 million on its opening day.
This film is The Sound of Freedom. It's based on a true story which follows the courageous journey of Tim Ballard and his fight against the global and pervasive childhood sex trade. The Sound of Freedom was released on July 4th and sheds light on the alarming issues of child sexual slavery and human trafficking. One of the things that shocked me about this film is that it's not available on any streaming platforms. And Disney actually held this film hostage for over a year. I get into it later on in the video.
Jim Caviezel says that Mel Gibson wept while he watched The Sound of Freedom. Although he's not credited on IMDb, Mel Gibson is credited with doing the final edit for the film. From Twitter's reaction, so it seems as though people really found the film emotional or screaming in theaters. I mean, it is crazy the reaction this film has gotten. And the distributor Angel reported that its Pay It Forward program grossed over $2.6 million. And what's interesting is it says that under normal industry practice, that revenue would be counted as they are used. So with that added, the day's film exceeded $14.2 million, which would have made it #1 for the day. I'm not sure why it isn't #1, other than they don't want the media coverage of it getting #1. It's strange to me. I don't know. What do you guys think? Oh, and speaking of Disney, back in June of 2021, they announced that Indiana Jones 5 was coming out in July of 2022. And I haven't been able to find an answer as to why they pushed it from 2022 to 2023.
And this is where the Disney fuckery comes into play. The movie, The Sound of Freedom,
had been sitting idle for 5 years thanks to Disney. The film's production had wrapped up in 2018 and it was supposed to be distributed by 21st Century Fox. But Disney acquires Fox and Disney shelves the completed film. Not only did they refuse to release The Sound of Freedom, but they also sat on it for an entire year, while its producer tried to pry its rights from the studio. So my theory is that they moved the release date to interfere with their media coverage from the film. And if you didn't know, there's only 6 companies that run about 90% of our media, and it's AT&T, CBS, Comcast, Disney, News Corp, and Viacom.
Okay, and I've been up all night editing this, so if you've made it this far, you can listen to this. I've realized that the language that these outlets have been using is very intentional, and they keep referring to this movie as a film, because when you think of film, you don't think of it as high budget or something as quality. So just be very careful about the media you consume, and everything they say is very intentional. And just pay attention to the verbiage and the way they try to deceive you, because it is unfortunately quite a bit about deception. So anyways, thanks for watching.